Hey guys, Jamiy here, and today on Roblox we are playing some more Pokemon Fighters EX. As you can see on screen right now, today we are going to be checking out the normal reflective Genesect and the shiny reflective Genesect. So also in the last video, or when we did the Genesect, also we got to have every single one of the drives. We checked out the normal and the shiny Genesect. Today we're going to be checking out the reflective forms of them. So then, as one of the Genesect, so if you don't know where to get the drives from, they are one of the, I guess it's technically still one of the newer updates, I guess, from a little while ago. I can actually quick attack to get over to the shop a little bit quicker. So obviously if you don't know where to get the drives and the Arceus plates, all that you have to do is come to the main town? I actually still have no idea what to call this. I guess the main town. And once you come to the shop, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. You can buy the drives, plate, and plates, I guess, along with everything else. So it's going to be on the normal items. They do cost a little, I mean, they're kind of cheap to buy one, but if you want to buy every single one of them, it will cost you quite a lot. So obviously, I'd suggest doing all of the daily tasks as much as you can. I haven't done, I'm going to end up doing this one just in videos, but these ones, I don't exactly need to kill people. I don't really need to die by people unless I get people chasing me, which right now, I'm obviously in a VIP server, so that wouldn't really matter. So yeah, it's just easy for me to record these videos for Pokemon Fighters EX in VIP servers, so I don't get chased around the entirety of the time, and I don't get killed all the time. But yeah, this is a normal reflective, right? I think it is. But honestly, it depends on what day. Every single day, the plates and the drives will change. So for example, I don't have the exact. Actually, do I? Let me check my images really quickly. It doesn't look like I do anymore. I think I might have accidentally deleted it, but I think it's like, I think Tuesday, well, it's Tuesday right now. I think Tuesday and Wednesday both have drives, and then I want to say Friday, Sunday. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's something similar to that at the very least. And then plates are on every single day, since there's 17 different plates. Obviously, they're going to be throughout the entirety of that. So, and also, for you to be able to buy every single item from the shop, it's going to take you 1 full week. So also make sure to come back every single day if you can afford them. Actually, it's becoming night, which is great, because obviously the reflective forms usually look better in the night for certain Pokemon, and I believe Genesect will be one of those, since obviously it has a darker tone to it rather than it really wanting the blue on it, to be honest. But anyway, now that we've talked about, or I've shown you how to get those, also really quickly, because I keep forgetting to mention at the beginning of the video, if you still don't know how to get Mega Lucario, or the Mega Lucario Stone, if you spawn in as a Railu, you can buy it in the shop if you really want to, if you have the Pokédolls, but also, if you want to find it, because obviously if you have Pokemon that you have to level up, I'd suggest going to searching for the Megastones as well. But the Lucario Knight spawns in this maze. I have no idea if it's completely random or if there's a specific spot, but obviously just make sure to check around the maze. It's in this maze. I've been told that the Lucario Knight spawns in. But anyway, now that we've done that, let's quickly go on to all the forms. Obviously, if you don't know, all of Genesect's drives changes its typing of its Techno Blast, which isn't that impressive, but I mean, it's like a hidden power, but for 4 or 5 different types. I guess it's 5, because obviously if it doesn't hold the drive, it's normal. So I guess, but also the 4 plates, or the normal one I believe is a normal type, which isn't that good obviously. Well, yeah, it's normal because it also says there. Which I just realized, if you hold a plate, it doesn't change that typing actually. I wonder if it's meant to or not, if just really didn't bother or care enough to, or didn't even think about that. But that would kind of help to be able to figure out what type. And again, it depends on what drive you're holding, then it changes your type obviously. So it's like a hidden power, ice, for example, like fire, water, and electric. Just that it's a little bit more powerful because it is a Techno Blast, which I believe Genesect is the only Pokemon that can learn it. So I guess it's a signature move, obviously, with the drive being able to change that, change the typing of it. Anyway, so here is the normal reflective Genesect, or with no drives equipped. Also, if I use Techno Blast, it'll be green. I believe it is still normal type though, because obviously Quick Attack is normal type. It's got the normal icon next to it. Tri Attack is a normal type move as well. Has the normal icon next to it, and then Magnet Rise being electric lets you jump higher, and it also has the electric type around it. Anyway, so that is the normal without a drive. We're going to just go down in alphabetical order since it's a lot easier for me to remember which ones I've done. This is the burn drive, which obviously the burn drive will let me... I will change my Technoblast to a fire type, which I think it would actually be cool if it would change the Technoblast to red and like the fire emblem icon, rather than it being normal, so you actually know... So you don't have to like try and look at the back, so oh okay, so it's that colour. Which I mean, it isn't very difficult to just look at the back, but I mean... You might accidentally equip the wrong drive, for example, I don't realise it. Because honestly, it's a very minor change, to be honest, which kind of sucks. It's a shame that Genesect just doesn't change its colour entirely, like the Arceus. But obviously, Arceus, I believe, changes typing, and I think Judgment also changes typing when you're holding a plate for the Arceus. But for Genesect, it doesn't change Genesect's type, it's still a bug steel type, I believe. The only thing that the drives do change is the Technoblast, because obviously the drives go into its little cannon, I guess, on its back, which means obviously the Technoblast is going to be fired off out of here. So on here is the fire drive, or the burn drive, which also is the fire type. Changes to a yellow with a little bit of a flame coiling around it, which I think that's still weird. I feel like that should be red, because obviously all of the other drives have the exact same colour. For example, electric is yellow, ice is a light blue, blue is and water is like I think a little bit darker blue. The only ones that don't copy that same pattern is the normal one, which with no drives equipped, which is green. I don't really understand that, but at the same time, I mean, sure. But then the fire one or the burn one is yellow, no, not like a white, yellowish kind of looking thing. Actually, what is it? Like a yellow. I don't really understand why. And again, I guess yellow, orange, and red kind of make up flame colours, I guess. So I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm still kind of confused a little bit. But anyway, on to the next one, we have the chill drive, which I believe is ice. Obviously, it says in the description if you just hover it. So obviously, a cassette to be held by a Genesect. It changes Genesect's type into Technoblast, or changes a Genesect's Technoblast move so it becomes ice type. Obviously, it says cassettes, although I'm pretty sure these represents floppy disks. And like I said, I mentioned this in the normal Genesect and the shiny Genesect video, but a lot of people probably don't know what a floppy disk is. It's a very old disc, like before CDs were a thing. So honestly, I mean, I used to play Super Mario Kart on my, I think it was it was something similar to a Nintendo 64. I don't know the exact name of it again though, but I think it was like a Nintendo 64 with a device on top that you could pull a floppy disk into. And you could play games of that. I had Super Mario Bros. Or well, I can't even remember the. I don't think it was Super Mario Bros. I don't think that was out at the time. But it was a Mario game. There's just like a lot of games for that. But anyway, here is the chill drive, which also is like a nice light blue with the same effects as the fire one. Obviously, the burn one having the little flames going around it. This one has like an icicle particles flying around the orb. So obviously that is that one. Also, the drive on the back becomes a nice light blue, which in the reflective looks pretty nice, to be honest. Okay, well, next up we have the Douse drive, which is going to be the water one. So also, like I said, a little bit darker shade than the ice one. Also, if we use it, it's going to be very similar to the ice one, but I think it's a little bit darker, just a little bit low. Which I'm not going to lie, it's a shame that they only made 4 drives for Genesect. It's a shame that there's no more, and that also leads me to believe that is it still worth using Genesect with the drives, or because obviously Genesect is a bug steel type, it's not gonna get stabbed for any of these drives, unfortunately, because like I said, it doesn't change Genesect's typing. It just changes the drive the Technoblast move typing. So it means it's not going to get near stabbed, which, does that lead me to believe that drives aren't exactly useful anymore for Genesect? Because obviously, Z-moves are a thing. Can't you just use a Z-move on the Genesect and it'll hit harder now? I'm not 100% sure about that, but I feel like I haven't used a Genesect in PvP ever. So I'm not 100% sure, but if anyone wants to let me know, is drives useless now? And is Z-Stones better than just using a drive now? Because honestly, the drive is only going to apply to one move, and the Z move also applies to one move, but that makes a specific move stronger, and some specific moves can also increase your stats. Like a Z Rain Dance, for example, that will increase your speed by +1 or 2, I think it's +1 though. So I mean, kinda interested about that actually. I'm not sure if it's still worth using the drives or not, but anyway, for the last drive, I believe is the Shock Drive? Yeah, it's the Shock Drive, so let's go equip this. I just used my Techno Blast. Oh, Haskell. So that's great. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly go back to the maze and see if a Lucario Knight has spawned, because obviously that'd be great if we can get one to spawn. And apparently, I always kept saying that there's no Mega Stones spawn in the water. Apparently the Gyarados one does, but I have never seen anyone screenshot that one at all. So if you do end up coming across one, send me a screenshot on Twitter, because that'll be really great to like get actual confirmation about that one, because I have no idea, to be honest. Because some of the people that like help build this game, I guess like devs, I guess, and builders, like tell me, I've had like one tell me that there is the Gyarados one in there, but like I don't know if he's trolling me or not, because he can just buy it from the shop. So I have no idea. Okay, I have no idea, and I just I don't know what to say. But anyway, onto the last drive for the normal reflective one then. So let's quickly use it. Obviously it's going to be a yellow, but again changes the drive to a yellow on its back. So I mean, it's nice that it gets a little bit of customization, but still, I wish it changed a little bit more, because I mean, it really doesn't change too much. Anyway, that is the normal reflective Genesect. Let's go on now to the shiny reflective Genesect and see how good that one looks then. And I think it actually looks really good. Actually, wait, are the eyes orange? I can't... Are they like transparent? I can't tell. Let's see if the Mega Beedrill eye spawns. It doesn't look like it at all, which kind of sucks, to be honest. And I've just realized as well, I keep forgetting to mention this, but when it rains in this game in the morning or the daytime, or during the day, there are usually clouds in the sky. But when it rains at night, there are no clouds to be seen at all. So I don't really understand why that is like that, but oh well. But anyway, completely forgot to take off the drive, because obviously it stays on. So unequip the drive. Let's go check out. So this is the normal Genesect, the shiny reflected Genesect with no drives attached. So let's quickly use Techno Blast and move on to the next one. So it stays the green color. I still don't know why it's green. I guess green is like a color of like energy, I guess. So I guess it kind of makes sense, to be honest, being green. It just kind of sucks though that, like I did mention, that there's only 4 drives. It looks like there's like no more, like Dragon Pulse is a thing. So I mean, they could have made a Dragon type one, I guess. But oh well, I guess. Anyway, here is the Burn Drive. This one really goes. You can't really even tell too much of the difference, because obviously on the normal shiny Genesect, not the reflective version, you could tell there's a slightly darker shade on the drive than the actual Genesect. But for the shiny reflective one, it's pretty difficult to tell. Because obviously, especially in the night, because it makes all of the Pokemon a little bit darker. So I think you can like slightly tell. It's definitely a little bit harder to tell. But anyway, here is the Burn Drive. Obviously, still same thing, a yellow with a flame particle going around it. Onto the next one then, we have the Chill Drive again. So that's good. So let me just wait for the Techno Blast to load up. It'll probably be a good idea if we actually went to look for more Mega Stones, because obviously, the Garchomp one spawns in here, because obviously I already got that one, but I'm pretty sure wait, did I buy Garchomp Eye? Or the Mega Garchomp? I think I did. I'm not 100% sure. But I think I did, because I don't remember finding it in the wilds, or finding it. But anyway, now that we've the Techno Blast has come up, so I think the Burn Drive definitely goes the best for the shiny reflector Genesect. It just blends in so well with it, you can't really tell that it has a drive on it. But here is the Ice Drive, or the Chill Drive, I guess, which is the Ice type one. Use it again, obviously it's just a blue still. Now on to the next one, which is going to be the Douse Drive. Am I saying that wrong? Douse, I think it's Douse, yeah. So yeah, but do you guys want me to make a separate video showing people exactly where every single Megastone is on the game? Because also, like I said, I know where the Lucario Knight is now. The only one I need confirmation on still is the Gyarados site. And I believe the Slowbro is only in the shop along with the Gen 1 starters or the Kanto starters. Other than that, I think I know where all of them are. Or at least off the top of my head, I remember most of them, at least I should say that. Because I know Sableye is underground. No, Gadvar, Glade, Lopunny is over there, Beedrill is over there, Salmon's is over there, Apparently Gyarados is in here. What else do we have? Blaziken is on the volcano. Garchomp is in the sand biome. So I mean, there's definitely a lot. Oh, and by the way, Mega Mewtwo, since I've also been getting a lot of questions about this, to get Mega Mewtwo Y, you need to complete the entirety of the game. I'll show you what I mean in a second once I've shown off all the drives. But anyway, here is the water drive once I use it. Also, it's still going to be the same blue. Just a little bit darker, like I said. I think it's a little bit darker than the ice one. Anyway, onto the last drive, and then I'll explain what I meant by the Mega Mewtwo Y stone. The X isn't in the game. And for Latias and Latios, you also need to do the tournaments, or you have to win tournaments, which also isn't in the game yet. Hoping that there will be eventually. Oh, I just wait, what? Can I jump through this? Oh, let's jump through it. How? What? I'm so confused. How do I? Can I do that again? How do I jump through this? I have no idea. But anyway, here is the last drive, then the shock drive, which is going to be electric type. Which obviously, there we go, a nice yellow. But now that we've shown off all those, obviously, actually this is a day form. Like, again, I don't think actually the red one looks pretty good in the day, but I think the night is where most of the reflectors are the best, especially for Genesect. But anyway, oh, I forgot. Doesn't Mega DNC isn't in the game yet, right? I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure the Mega Metagross one spawns in here as well. Forgot to mention that. Anyway, what I was saying about the Mega Mewtwo. So obviously, if you don't know, I have the Mega Mewtwo Y Stone, and people keep asking me how do I get it. Oh wait, I have to go to the Mega Stone. I forgot. It should be in here. Mewtwo Y. Okay, equip. So then, also I can Mega Evolve. Oh, there's that, and I have the Mega Mewtwo Y, which also I don't think it's got a remodel. I'm not sure if it is going to get a remodel, but that'd be cool to see, I guess, to like see it having an animation that would look so cool on Mega Mewtwo Y. I didn't realize that. That would look so cool. And plus, I'm actually surprised they didn't give Mega Mewtwo Y an animation from the start of the massive update release, because obviously Mega Mewtwo Y is only for completing the entirety of the game, which there's a few people that have it, but I mean, in comparison to how many people play this game, it's not that many, I guess, but kind of surprised that they didn't give Mega Mewtwo Y an animation straight off the rip, because obviously it's meant to be like a prize and like a thank you for playing the game for so long and like finishing the game. Kind of surprised that they didn't do that one for the Mega Mewtwo Y for the first animation, since obviously, again, I mean, it does take a long time to complete the game. It's like half the time now since the massive update came out, because obviously before the massive update you had to level up every single normal Pokemon to level 100 and every single shiny Pokemon to level 100. But after the massive update came out, once you got your normal Pokemon to level 100, the shiny would all automatically be level 100. So what I was talking about, obviously, like I said, every single one of these Pokemon that you have on the list, if you don't have it, you need to go get it. And you need to level up every single thing, including unknowns, every single one of them. Everything else that has a folder, everything. Obviously, except from the ones that are like, they aren't available yet, like the Regirox, or the Regis aren't available yet, so obviously those don't count. Shellos, both of them count. King Shellos doesn't count, because that's like a reward from Poe. Regigigas doesn't count again, that isn't in the game yet. Scroll all the way down, you have to do all the Flabébés, which actually the internal flower, what is that? What? What is that? I have not seen that before. What? It's got question marks, so I guess it's maybe a future event. That sounds cool. Pumpkaboo, you have to do all of them again. Noibat, yes. Zygarde does count it was a previous event, which is why I just can't. Although, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. You don't need 100% of the game completion or completed. You need 95% of the game completed, which I think I have like 96%, like just over it. I don't have 100% because obviously the one Pokemon I don't have is a Zygarde, and also I believe specific event Pokemon count, like. I think Drapius does count to getting it to level 100, so I think if you do have any special codes and stuff like that, level them up to level 100 just to like help you do it. But you have to level up 95% of the Pokemon to level 100. I just say like complete the game by leveling up everything, just like make sure people aren't confused saying, well I think I've got 95, but like they didn't count one Pokemon and they think they've done it when they haven't. So I just suggest people to level up every single thing to level 100. It just makes your life easier. So, and plus then you'll have everything to level 100. You won't need to grind for levels anymore once you've done them, except for a new Pokemon that come out. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it off there. Managed to show off both of the Genesect forms, the normal reflective and the shiny reflective forms, so every single one of the Genesects. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, I'll see you guys next time.